Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to end the videos. Another paid request. This time for Bronson. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And this is for Stuart Little, a 1999 film that I remember seeing once before. And watch it again. It's a cute family film. I'll say it's a cute family film. I never read the novel. I think it's from like 1945. Although, I remember hearing about, isn't in the novel, Stuart Little was really meant to be like a person that was born and was a rat? And that's why he talked, even though he was a rat? Like someone gave birth to this thing? And that he tried like to get a girl? I could be completely mistaken. Maybe someone was bullshitting me. Someone could have been fucking with me and bullshit me. I never read the novel. If you read the novel, you let me know. If that's the case, no wonder they changed the shit. But this was probably more of the better choice. But it's directed by Rob Minkoff, which I think he helped work on the original Lion King from the 90s. But he would go on to direct The Forbidden Kingdom, which I'm not a fan of. I thought that was a waste of Jackie Chan, Jet Li getting together, where they weren't even the stars. Some fucking white boy, some fucking white trash boy, whatever, some white boy from Malibu, Most Wanted. I don't know. He was the star of it. I'm like, who gives a shit about this kid? Fuck this guy. Not the guy's fault. He took the job, but fuck that character. Like, come on now. And the Haunted Mansion, the one with Eddie Murphy, sucked. Blue dolls for quarters, nickels and dimes. I did Solo. Maybe this is the best film this guy's directed. I think what really helped was the cast. And let's say it's a cute, sweet enough movie for the family. You got Michael J. Fox as the voice of Stuart Little. Geena Davis and Hugh Laurie, they are a couple. They're married. They have a kid played by Jonathan Lipnicki, who I remember from Jerry Maguire. And Geena Davis, love Geena Davis ever since I saw her in The Fly, The Long Kiss Goodnight, great actress, Beetlejuice. Hugh Laurie, I'm a fan of. I love the TV show House MD. I'm a huge fan of that show. He's great in that. They're a loving couple. They're a sweet couple. They want to try to find a brother for their kid. I think the Jonathan Lipnicki says, hopefully it's a younger brother. So they go to the adoption agency and they look around and they see Stuart Little. Now, granted, no one really is that surprised that a rat talks. So that's the kind of world this is. They just buy into it. They're a little bit surprised, but not too surprised. And he's being very nice. He's like, that kid would be great. That kid would be great. That kid would be great. They see how sweet Stuart is, so they adopt him. And Michael J. Fox, he's definitely a big plus for the movie. He works very well as Stuart. He gives that earnestness, that sweetness, that likability that makes it easy for the viewer to root for this character. And plus, Michael J. Fox, I gotta go on a tangent. It's such a goddamn shame what happened to him. That this guy, great actor, Back to the Future films, Casualties of War. I even like films like Greedy. I remember, it's been a while since I've seen that, but I remember liking that movie. He's done others, Doc Hollywood. I love The Frighteners. And early on, he realized he was getting this thing, and with the Parkinson's. And I want to make sure that's the right affliction. Because as stupid as I am, I sometimes get it confused with MS. But I believe it is Parkinson's. Like, I'm 99% sure, but considering how I fucked up things in the past, I want to, let's up that 1%. Let's go to 100. It is, Parkinson's, okay. In 1991, at the age of 29, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. In 1991, and then he shared it with the public in 1998. And I also remember back in the day seeing his TV show Spin City, and I don't know if that whole show is on DVD or probably not on Blu-ray. But like, I don't know if all the season on DVD or something. If so, I like to pick them up one day. I think the first season was, but I don't know if the others. Because I do remember liking that show. I remember liking seeing Michael J. Fox and the cast of characters there. And of course, because of this, he had to leave, and they brought in Charlie Sheen to replace him. Which, I mean, wasn't the same, and then the show didn't last that much longer. And just a fucking crying shame. I keep cursing because it pisses me off. It's upsetting. It's bullshit. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a sweet guy. Talented actor. And, like, if you see him nowadays, it's just sad. Obviously, it's not his fault, but, you know, you see that he's shaken. You see that he's trying to talk, but he can't quite be as fluid as he wants to. It's more of just, it's great to see him, but then it's also really sad to see him. I know that sounds wrong, but apparently all these roosters feel the same fucking way because they won't shut the fuck up. Just they're as pissed as I am. But yeah, it's great to see him in this, or hear him in this. And he gets adopted. Of course, John Lipnicki, he's kind of the viewer going, wait, this is a mouse. Like, what the hell? Like, what did he do? He can't throw a ball. He can't really do much. It's a mouse. Like, and yeah, I can't blame him for thinking that. Now, he does also meet the house cat, voiced by Nathan Lane. Talented guy, Nathan Lane, who, of course, was a voice in The Lion King. He was in The Birdcage. Now, it's one of those things where the cast can talk to Stuart Little, but I guess Stuart Little and the cast can talk to each other, and the humans can understand Stuart, but none of the humans can understand the cats. Unless the cats just decide we'll never talk to the humans. So it's kind of that weird world where the rats can talk to humans, or the mice or whatever, but not cats. Yeah, flip your head around with that. But Nathan Lane, who's called his terrier's Snowbell, he tries to eat him at first, but he kind of quickly tries to let it go and appease his human masters. He doesn't have to be happy with it. There's another cat that comes by, Steve Zahn, and I thought they did a pretty good in 1999. I thought they did a pretty good job with the mouth movements of a cat. Obviously, some CG manipulation, but they use a real cat, and then I thought it worked rather well. I think for the most part, you don't notice the lip syncing. For this era, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Stuart Little, yes, he looks like a special effect. I think they did the best they could in 1999. And he's not as awful looking as The Rock in The Mummy Returns. As the scorpion, at the end there. So it's not as awful as that. So I think they did what they could with Stuart. And Steve Zahn is one of the cats who is kind of friends with Nathan Lane. It's nice to see Steve Zahn in there. I'm a fan of his. I liked him in Saving Silverman, among other movies. Joyride. So, like when he's talked with Nathan Lane's character, that's where I noticed the mouth movements being pretty nicely done. And then Steve Zahn's amidst these other cats. I think one of them is Chazz Palminteri. And they're kind of like mafia type of cats. At least they talk and act that way. And the rest of the plot, I mean, it's pretty mundane. It's the kid bonding with Stuart as Stuart's sincerity kind of attaches itself to Jonathan Lipnicki's character. They bond over this boat. There's a boat race. Something screws up, so Stuart wants to help the kids, so he steers the boat amongst this pond, able to win. Pretty soon after that, oh yeah, I guess I'll mention this. There's a bit where they have a family meeting with the other relatives. The reason I mention that is one of them is fucking Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey Jones is a piece of shit. Jeffrey Jones, for those who don't know, he is a pedo. And not Joe Pedo from fucking Pinocchio. He is a pedo. Convicted, looked up child, you know what, I'm not even going to say the word because it disgusts me, just like this person disgusts me, and I wish he was not breathing my air on planet Earth. I hate Jeffrey Jones. Anytime I see him, I flip off the screen. I want to punch the screen, but I'm not destroying my screen because it ain't worth it. But I absolutely despise Jeffrey Jones. He's an awful person. He's an awful human being. And there's a moment in the movie where he sits down and he has his arms around John the Lipnicki. And I went, my God. It's not the movie's fault because the people didn't know at that time. But knowing what we know now, I'm like, maybe this is why Jeffrey Jones took the movie. He took the movie to sit down and do this on John the Lipnicki. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Like I said, the plot, it's not the most memorable plot. Like I said, you have the little boat race, and they bond some more, and then apparently Stuart's real parents arrive, which is voiced by Bruno Kirby. May he rest in peace. I remember him from City Slickers, among many other movies. And then his wife is Jennifer Tilly from Bride of Chucky, among other movies. Seed of Chucky. And okay, Stuart's going to live with his real parents, but then Stuart realizes it's not his real parents because they were paid off by the cats to get him out of the way. But they feel guilty, so they ultimately tell Stuart. Then Stuart comes back, and then Nathan Lane's being a dick, saying, "Oh, they're fine without you." So Stuart's sad. So the other cats try to kill Stuart, but then Stowbell has like a 180 change of heart. I didn't really buy into that. I thought there could have been quite a few more scenes of Stuart like trying to bond with Snowbell, trying to appease Snowbell, like maybe even a montage like, okay, let me find a way to get Snowbell in good graces, so let me try to feed him cat food, but you can't quite do it. Try to play with a cat toy, but then it's too big for me, or it's too rough for me. Try to get water, and then something else screws up. Various moments of them trying to be nicest to Snowbell, to Nathan Lane's cat character. I think that could have helped. And then, the character's thinking about that. It's like, you know what, this mouse isn't as bad. Because like I said, his change of heart kind of feels out of place. Almost like a 180. Because like I said, he lies to Stuart, and when Stuart leaves, he's smiling. But you also get the idea that Snowbell's a bit of a coward as well. And then when he sees Stuart, he tries to say, hey, get out of here. Like I said, I wish there was a bit more scenes of those two kind of bonding. I think that would have helped for that finale. It's nice to see Geena Davis and Hugh Laurie. I mean, they're not given much to do, not much depth. Geena Davis helps Stuart after accidentally putting him in the laundry and he almost drowns in it. Hugh Laurie has some moments where he's talking to his son, and it's like they tried to give some little family advice. But I said nothing too deep, but they're good actors, and still nice to see them in there. As superficial as maybe it might be, it's still nice to have capable actors in those roles. There's a bit of an action piece where he's driving a car that granted, I just kind of like Gremlins with Gizmo driving the car. This part of the goes, how the fuck does this car work in driving? Like, it's a toy car, it doesn't drive like a real car, so it makes you wonder like how the hell that works. Unless you have like a, you know, remote, if you have like a controller and you move in that. But no, it's like Gremlins, Gizmo, or this. They're steering like it's a real car, like you can really move that way. I guess you just go along with it and not worry about the details. The other cats, they go into the water at one point. Snowbell helps out a bit. Stuart's like, wow, you really like me. Yeah, okay. Stuart, I don't know why Snowbell likes him. I mean, I know that he saw how the family was sad at one point, but I needed a little bit more. But the movie itself had a nice charm. I keep mentioning that. It's kind of... It's like a sugar cookie. It's nice. It's not filling. You can't have that for the full meal. But it's still nice as it is. And that's particularly due to Michael J. Fox's endearing voice performance as Stuart, who just seems like a very nice character. Again, all the familiar faces that do what they're told to do. The movie doesn't feel too sluggish. The effects don't look too amateurish. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of... There's a few bits of action, like I said, with the boat race and him driving the car and stuff. So little moments here and there. But that's nothing too monumental. It's a movie that the kids would enjoy, and as an adult, it's not too cringeworthy to watch. You know, I didn't notice any stupid juvenile jokes. At least I didn't notice any. Harmless fluff, and it's fine. It's a fine movie. I don't know how else to word it. Harmless. So, nice little sweet movie. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.